Hey everybody, Scout Crafter here again. October 10th, 81 degrees. Are you kidding me right now? Anyway, hopefully this will be the end of it. I have a special tribute for my friends over on the other side of the pond. A World War II wire cutters. Let's go check it out. These are going to be great. Okay, today's project is a special UK tribute for my friends on the other side of the pond. You remember we did a couple of World War II and World War I wire cutter restorations and whatnot, but this one here was a rare one, and you can see here, England. And this one here was a World War II wire cutter or breaching tool. And what's interesting about this one here is they made them afterwards, after World War II, but they were slightly different models and they don't command the same price. Now, when I first went looking for these things, I was amazed at how much these go for. These things went for quite a bit of money, you know, a couple $100s, and I didn't have that kind of budget to put in, but I kept looking and I finally found one for about 30 bucks, which is this one that's in real nice shape. Don't look like it was ever used. Might have been stored in Cosmoline. It's all over the place. So let's clean it up. We'll talk a little bit about the tool and we'll test it out. Pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to use some steel wool and some WD-40, although I use it in a spray bottle. I don't use it in a can. And we're going to wipe this down, get all the residual grease and Cosmoline off, and get it back to what it should look like. Now you know my favorite part. You remember what they look like before we started. Okay, now we can handle them. We finished cleaning them up, and they came out real nice, didn't they? Now, we didn't do anything other than just clean them. These did come with a coating of black paint on a lot of them, but these had absolutely no trace of black paint on them, so I don't know what the history behind these are. All they had was some Cosmoline. Again, these are the pre-war or wartime era. This is 1944, and it's got that little insignia there, the arrowhead, that is indicative of these type of cutters. And 256 is the model number. They came out with a post-war, after World War II copy that doesn't command as much as far as monetary value. But I don't know the quality or how these were made, but as far as these go, you got to remember, this was still being made during the wartime, during World War II, so they were just knocking these out left and right. This is all stamped, you could see here, all stamped out, cut out components, riveted together. They probably were just making these, and how these work, they are a folding type cutter. Now, to operate the pliers, there's a little catch here, and this will open up by opening that. It is a spring-loaded. There's a spring, a good force on that spring, but very smooth acting. Everything has been oiled since, so everything is nice and smooth working. You can see here, these are folding type cutters, and these little grooves here allow you to grip on and open up the handles. And as you pull down like this, you do have to add a little bit of pressure to get these open. They won't just fall into place. Now, as you can see, when they are opened, there is a little bit of an angle here, and that's so that you don't crush your fingers coming together like this when you put together. And it does operate really nice. Let's check them out and see how they work. Okay, here as a test, we have some World War II, World War I vintage barbed wire. That's real high tension barbed wire. This stuff is very strong, much stronger than most of the stuff you'll find today. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in here and test out the cutting ability of these cutters. Now, again, we see here, the way we have it open, we'll just use it here, using with the handles open, and I'll just take a slice off the top here and see how that cuts through. Wow. That has to be the easiest barbed wire I've ever cut in my life. These things are fantastic. Holy cow. Let me try closing the handles and see if it makes any difference. Okay, I closed the handles down now so it would operate just if you were doing it a hand-operated style. I'm going to try and do the same thing, bringing it into here and using just my hand strength. And yes, it cuts through like butter. I've never operated a pair of cutters that worked so easy. These are like bolt cutters. What a fantastic design. What a great unit, how these work. Look at that. They just cut through them like nothing. So these really are a great pair, and they really did operate nice. So in closing, we have our Model 256 from 1944 British wire cutters. And I have to say that of all the wire cutters that I have used, these are without a doubt I think these are the easiest ones I've ever used as far as cutting barbed wire and whatnot. Just a beautiful set. These handles, by no means are these folding handles a gimmick. They are very strong when they're open, and they do work, give you extra leverage. Nice pair of cutters. I don't know if the ones that were reproduced afterwards are of the same quality, but these are fantastic quality, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks very much for tuning in. Take care, and bye-bye.